All right, we're live from LA here, breaking down the Juan Soto trade. Obviously, a huge matchup coming up between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres, which becomes even higher profile after the acquisition of Juan Soto and Josh Bell from the Washington Nationals. So, can we get some predictions for this weekend from you, Andrew?
I think that, you saw last night the Padres offense was absolutely explosive. Brandon Drury hit a grand slam in his first ever at-bat. Josh Bell and Juan Soto both got walks in their first at-bats. They're clearly scared. Teams are clearly going to be scared to pitch to this team. I think it bodes well for them. And I think while they're not going to get the first place with the Dodgers just being the Dodgers, I think they're definitely going to make some noise, especially with the expanded playoffs.
Yeah, we also saw Hader pick up a save the night before, and Soto walked twice, so he seems to be fitting in just fine in his new place. What about you, Swifty?
I think we still have to look at the Dodgers. They're the best team in the NL. They have Freddie Freeman. They have Mookie Betts. I think that they'll take some attention to the Soto trade, but I don't think they're fazed by it. They have one of the best rotations in baseball, probably the best in the National League. They have arguably the best lineup in baseball, definitely the National League. This is a team that I think might bat an eye at Soto, at Drury, but at the end of the day, they're still going to take it.
All right, we have just received some breaking news that Mookie Betts has received a 50-game suspension for the use of PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs, so he will miss pretty much the remainder of the regular season here. How does that affect your outlook on the Los Angeles Dodgers?
Another big part is that people that get suspended with PEDs, they're not allowed to return in the postseason, so they'll be without him for the entirety of their playoff run as well. That is a huge loss, and I think that that still doesn't do enough for the Padres to catch up to them. I think with less than 2 months in the season, the Dodgers are going to have to go on an insane scuffle, and the Padres are going to have to go on a crazy tear if they want to catch up. But that definitely does even it out if the two teams were to match up come playoff time.
Yeah, I was about to ask you guys for your big threes and who you liked more, but now obviously that's probably the best hitter on the entire Dodgers team that they just lost. So how are you feeling now if the nucleus really is Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner, and everyone else?
I might have to change my opinion. I think throughout the regular season, I think the Dodgers have done a good enough job of giving them that cushion over the Padres. But when you get into the playoffs, I think Mookie Betts is a big game changer. I think the Padres may be able to take it if it's the NLDS, maybe even the NLCS, depending on how standings go at the end of the year. The Padres might be a World Series team at this point.
I think at this point, on paper and what we've seen so far with this team, this newly acquired team, they meshed well together. And I think that now they're the team to beat in the NL. And the Dodgers are going to have to be hot at the right time if they want to beat this insanely powerful Padres offense.
Yeah, we have seen a little bit of the Dodgers without Mookie Betts already when he went down with an injury earlier this year. They seemed to do well. They moved Trey Turner to the leadoff spot, and that was pretty successful. But we also actually haven't seen the full-strength Padres yet this season with Fernando Tatis still not making it back. So it will be interesting. They're playing good baseball already and still have their face of the franchise not yet returned. So it's going to be a fun end of the season. Anything else to say?
I think better watch out for the Padres. Whoever's coming out of the AL better be ready. You're going to have to absolutely clamp this Padres offense if you want to have even a chance of winning the trophy.
And they got a really good rotation, too.
I think the Dodgers rotation also has to be talked about. Buehler has been that guy. Kershaw has had two near no-hitter appearances this year. I think that they still might not have the bullpen, but that starting rotation is very good. I think that we can't overreact too much to the Mookie Betts suspension, but we still have to react a little bit to it.
Yeah, they did try to add Chris Martin at the deadline as well. We'll see the status of Walker Buehler as well. For Drew Jose Nixon, Andrew Halsing, and Alex Swift, thank you for tuning in.